Alright, this is going to be a video of this 42-inch XL/Winco brand ceiling fan I got at the Habitat Restore. I got it because I volunteer there, and what I do for them is refurbish ceiling fans, they receive donation, and make them more presentable than how they originally came in. Anyways, like I said, this is a XL/Winco brand fan. It actually says Winco on top of it, on the general information sticker. And it's actually not the first fan of this brand that I've gotten. I had a Winco fan quite a few years back, actually, that I also got from the Restore before I started volunteering there. The motor on it was ruined, but I did end up replacing it and making a video of it not too long ago. So if you want to see that, I'll be found in the description below. However, it came with its original box, even though it wasn't brand new, and that said XL on it. So I don't know exactly how that works. Maybe Winco rebranded at some point, but I'm just going to call it a XL/Winco brand fan for now. Anyways, without any further ado, I'll demonstrate it and start with the light kit. That works. It is a 5 light, because you can see, in addition to the 4 outer globes, there's also one center one. Not too uncommon, but also not an everyday sight. It is a bit big for the size of the fan, but I don't really mind it too much. I turn that off. I'm not going to turn the fan on, and start with the high speed. And you're not imagining things, it is humming quite loudly, because this fan has a very audible startup hum to it. Once it gets going, it quiets down. In terms of RPM, it is very, very fast, probably going somewhere around I would say maybe 210 RPM. It also pushes a really good amount of air. Definitely even enough to cool a large room, I would say. Anyway, I'm going to go to medium now. This is probably going to go somewhere around maybe 150 RPM. It's quite a slowdown from high. And finally for low, which I'll show with both the fan and lights on. This is going to go somewhere around maybe 100 RPM, roughly that. So this is a pretty fast fan on all speeds. And noisy too. Yeah, I'll turn everything off. Stop the blades here. And talk about some general information on it. The light kit actually is not made by Winco. It's SMC, because I can tell because of the top sticker on it. So it probably wasn't even sold at the same store as this. Was added sometime later on. The pull chain for the light was missing, so I actually made this little homemade one out of a little bead and a chain. I don't think it looks too bad, although it even doesn't match these ones. Like I said though, it really doesn't look too bad. Kind of matches the oak blades. Anyway, now I'm going to talk about the features on the fan and pros and cons. Features include reversible blades. One side is plain oak, the other side is plain oak with a cane insert on it. I do like the cane because it's not just the crappy molded cane, it's actually woven, even though it is plastic, it's not real. Still more unique. Plus, as you can see, it has this little unique crest on the top here. That's not a usual design. I also like the hugger mount design on it because it's good for lower ceilings and where more headroom is needed. It's an antique brass finish, and also it's light kit adaptable. You can see I'm using a light kit on it. That's what it came with. Another pro is the solid construction, because this is not a cheap fan. All the parts are very thick, motors quite large, and overall it's just a good quality fan. And finally, I think the design is pretty good, even though it is really traditional looking and not really modern at all. It's still nice. The hugger motor is a little contemporary, I guess, because it doesn't have the typical sideband on it, it's just all flat. Yeah, it's more unique than the standard one. What I don't like, however, is it is very noisy. It's not a single capacitor fan, it's actually a double capacitor. So I'm quite surprised by how noisy it is. I guess just due to the fact that it's pretty old, probably some time back in the early 80s to mid 80s. That's probably when this was brand new, but yeah, it has aged, obviously. And another thing I don't like is the fact that the switch housing seems to be a little bit loose. and I can't really fix that. I tried tightening the nut inside and it just doesn't really want to fully tighten, so those are a couple small issues with it, but overall I probably have to give it 4 to 5 stars just because it's a pretty unique fan. Haven't really heard much about Winco, and I only ever had one of these before, so probably not too common of a fan brand. Alright guys, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you could please tell me more about Winco and or XL in the comment box below, that would be much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed.